people, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to tell you guys everything that you wanted to know about being an RA, how to become an RA, what is an RA, cons of being an RA, benefits of being an RA, all that about being an RA is going to happen today. So here's a playlist. I'm going to go ahead and let you guys know. Here's a playlist where I'm going to talk about everything. Some of you guys may be tempted to skip, but let me tell you that all this information is useful because I don't want you to go into the job thinking that it's something easy peasy. At the end of the day, I love being an RA. This is such a great opportunity. It's just amazing. I have my own space. You guys see me decorated nice, but a big part of it for me was the community building and being a part of something greater than myself. That's why I wanted to be an RA, because before being an RA, I wasn't really doing nothing. You know, I was just up in here. You know, I was chilling, doing nothing for real. So being an RA gave me something to do. It made me more involved on campus. I feel more well-rounded, and I think that when I go into my actual job, you know, having this experience as an RA, you know, being responsible for several people, being a supervisor of a building will pretty much look really good on a college resume and all of that. So those are reasons why I am an RA, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, give it a big thumbs up though. Let's go ahead and get started. Okay, number one, what is an RA? Your school may call it something totally different, but at my school it's called an RA. And an RA is a resident assistant. And an RA is a trained peer leader who supervises those living in a residence hall. So, like, I have a little building. I am the supervisor or the resident assistant of this little building that I live in. If my residents have any questions or need help with anything, they can come to me. Now let's talk about some benefits of being an RA. One of the biggest benefits is that you get free housing. Basically a private apartment, suite, whatever. You don't have to pay for housing. You get a scholarship or a stipend. Now the reason why I say scholarship or a stipend is because you're getting paid for the work that you will do. You also get to be a part of something bigger than yourself. So at my school there are 22 RAs, and we are basically a team. We kind of work together to make sure that housing runs smoothly. And also, these are the people that you lean on when you need help. You get to make a difference in someone's life. Some people's experience is that their RA saved them when they're in college. They basically made college somewhere that they actually wanted to be. They made it enjoyable for them. And as an RA, you have the opportunity to be that person for someone else. You get a gain sense of responsibility, which is kind of important in life. You know, you want to be responsible and make good life choices, but being an RA takes you through that. You are over an entire like group floor building of people, and you need to basically be responsible and to ensure that they're safe and doing the right things, and you're being a leader. So another benefit of being an RA is networking and being able to work up to different positions. If you really enjoy being an RA, you can go from, let's see, an RA to a senior RA to a residence life coordinator, then probably to assistant director and director. 75% of the people who work in the housing office at my school have been an RA in their lifetime. Maybe not at this school, but they've been an RA, and all of them have that gain sense of responsibility to want to build the ladder in this kind of environment. So that's kind of cool. Now let's talk about what RAs do, because if you thought you were just gonna live here for free, then you're wrong. When you first become an RA, you go through an extensive training, which is normally 2 weeks in the fall time. There's also a spring training of 1 week. Like I said, all the information that I'm saying to you differs from every college, a university, a community college. It changes. But during training, you basically learn policies and role play scenarios that might occur. This is also the time where you build that sense of community that I was talking about, or being a part of something greater than yourself. That's when everyone gets together, go through training, but there's also a lot of bonding involved in the training exercises that we do. I actually vlogged my RA training for fall, so if you want to check those videos out, go ahead and click the eye. I don't know where it is, but there's an eye with a circle around it. Check those out. I'll link the RA training videos for you guys to see. We also hold floor meetings. You're also going to be on call or on duty. Some schools call it on call. At my school, we call it on duty. This is where you get, at my school we have a little cell phone. It's like a little flip phone, and it has like what community that you live in on there on the back of it. So if anyone needs help, they're locked out, there's an emergency or something, they're gonna call you. You're gonna say RA on duty, or you're gonna say RA on duty, this is blah blah blah. You're gonna do like 3 rounds around your community. You're gonna go through every little building. You're gonna go up and down each floor, walk through every hall and everything like that. You're also gonna put in maintenance requests for your residents, yourself. You'll do a lot of maintenance requests. You're gonna plan programs, Here at my school, we only have to plan one program per semester, but I know at other schools they do like one every month for like the actual floor. But our programs are more targeted to like everybody, so anyone in housing can come to our program. Your work housing events. So housing at my school, they do their own programs. All the RAs have to work the housing events. You'll work a desk or office shift. Like I was saying earlier, how we have a stipend. Well, that stipend basically covers the work that you would do during your office or desk shift. And ours is only 4 hours long. You can split it up into 2 days or over the week of 1 hour if you want. I like to get mine like all the 4 hours back to back because you can like just sit there and do your work all day. But when you're working in the office, you're kind of like a runner, so they'll just call you when they need you. The next thing that you will do is perform monthly health and safety inspections. This is also considered room inspection. So we just come in and check that, you know, the health part is making sure that you don't have your furniture or anything arranged in a way that stop you from being able to safely remove yourself from a room that is on fire. So yeah, we make sure that you have a clear path of entry and exit. And for room inspections, we're not really concerned about your room is messy, like you haven't made your bed or you have, you know, a lot of stuff. We're not here to basically say you can't do that. We're mostly checking to see if your room is dirty. Now, dirty meaning you have 8 boxes of pizza laying around and you have a sink full of dishes that you haven't washed or rinsed off. Making sure that your bathroom area, it doesn't have weird growths in the actual tub area and all of that. You know, we're checking to make sure that you're not going to die from being in your room because of conditions that you created. Because yeah, you also attend bi-weekly or weekly staff meetings depending on the school that you go to. At my school we do bi-weekly, so twice a month we have staff meetings where we just kind of do like weekly news updates of what's new in housing. We go over things that need refreshers and all of that. We'll also do like highs and lows, so everyone will go around and say what's good for the week and what was bad about the week. You'll also have monthly one-on-ones with their supervisors. So this is just you and your supervisor sitting down talking. I don't know if your school will do this, but you just sit down and talk with your supervisor. They'll ask you how it's going, make sure that you're, you know, doing everything good, make sure that you're good, you're not stressed out. They'll talk to you. If you need clarification on something, they can help you with that. You'll also have a mentor. So this is another RA who has been there longer than you. You can pretty much look up to them. So yeah, your mentor will check on you and actually make sure that you're good, show you the ropes. As RAs, we depend on each other. You also have to keep your bulletin board up to date. So you have to make sure that you're putting your flyers up on time because you can get in a lot of trouble if your flyers aren't up in a timely manner. You have to write detailed incident reports. So when something happens, if it's drug related, if it's like someone's drunk on the floor and someone is like, hey, there's a drunk person, I don't know if he's alive or not, he's just laying there, then you'll go check it out. You'll put this in incident report.
At 7 p.m. I got a call from a resident who was concerned about a student who was laying in the lobby unconscious. I called campus police. Campus police arrived on scene 10 minutes later at blah 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 blah, and they asked him for his ID. He is not a student here, and they asked him to leave the premises.
Stuff like that. You'll write a detailed incident report. You also handle disputes between residents. So let's say 2 of your residents aren't really getting along. They're roommates and they're just not getting along. So you may want to do a roommate contract with them, or you may have to do a room change with them because they just aren't working for each other, you know. Sometimes people just clash. You're the mediator of the building, you know, you're there to bring peace. I handle disputes between residents, also kind of do roommate contracts depending on if they just need some structure in place. Like, hey, Susie, let's say that you're gonna clean up on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and Monica, you're gonna clean up on Mondays and Wednesdays, okay? Is that gonna work for everybody? Everybody's like, yeah, they're gonna work. We got that. Being an RA entails being a helping hand to a resident or a co-worker. So a lot of the time, RAs, like I said, we depend on each other. So when you do a roommate contract, you want to take another RA with you. If your first time doing duty, you might want to take another RA with you. If you have to handle an incident, take a RA with you. So we help each other out. My last thing that I have listed here is being an RA entails being a good role model, because people are looking at you. You may not think people are actually looking at you, and I have experience. And as an RA, you're held to a higher standard than other people, than actual students and residents. You're held at a higher level of responsibility, of respect, and you just need to make sure that you are portraying that to people who are looking out, okay? Okay, you also may do many more things as an RA, but those are just the basic list that I can compile. You may think like basic. Yeah, it's definitely not basic, but this is generally what RAs do. Now, cons of being an RA include, it's kind of a lot of work. You just heard me list everything I said that RAs do, so do not think that you're not going to work for your free housing, okay? You're going to work, but if you love what you do, and you'll be fine. You cannot have an off-campus job. You are not allowed, at least at my school, to have another job off campus. You can have an on-campus job where you work at, like, you know, the library or the wellness center, or you're a tutor, or you work in the kitchen. Whatever your job is, it just has to be on campus. You cannot work off campus. So here's the most important part, which this is the part that you guys wanted the most: how to become an RA. I can only tell you the requirements for being an RA at my school, but just know that the requirements vary by school. But at my school, the requirements are that you have to have previously lived on campus. So you have to at least live on campus for 1 semester. The other requirement is that you're in good academic standing and you have a GPA of at least 2.5. Now, that's basically the requirements. That's what you have to get even considered. At my school, it's a 3-step process to being selected as an RA. The first step is that there's an application. Really tell what inspires you to be an RA. Do some research. They're going to ask you a few questions like, why do you want to be an RA? Why do you see yourself as a fit? What does being an RA mean to you? Things like that. Just think really hard. Do some research. I'm an RA and I did research to do this video. Part 2 is group process. Group process, also kind of like a group interview, is like RAs currently, we're going to put you guys into teams and you're going to go through stations with RA duties and stuff like that. And what we're looking for in group process is that you're being yourself, in that you're working with others. We're going to ask you questions and some situations and scenarios like RA type stuff, like what would you do in this situation, or how would you handle that, or if this happened, what would you do? Before the group process, or if your school even does this, do research beforehand. Some schools may just do application, interview, boom, that's it. Be yourself. Do not try to fake it up for this position. Be yourself, okay? We want to see who you really are. We aren't just looking for one type of person. We're not looking for bubbly. I'm responsible Tim. We're not just looking for one type of person. The team that I've worked with this year and last year, everyone was so diverse. Some people are militant, some people are super bubbly, some people are just chill, laid back, some people are just ultra smart. It doesn't matter. You don't have to be a particular type of person to be chosen as an RA, because we like diversity on our team. Just bring who you are, okay? That's what you bring to group process. If you can't work well with other people, then you're not a good fit, because again, being an RA entails working closely with other people. Be respectful of others. So example, let's say someone had this answer, you know, I blah, 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 blah. And you're like, you know, Charlie, let's say the person's name is Charlie. I was respectable. I would say, Charlie, I get what you're saying, but in this situation, this is what I would do. So be respectable. Find your people who are at the table with you if you have that. The third phase is panel interview. So if you make it past a group interview, then there will be a panel interview of like basically the most important housing staff. Again, this is for my school. You have an interview with like 4 or 5 people. Again, do research, you know, practice your answers or responses in a mirror. And basically, when they ask you a question like a time when you failed, or what does being an RA mean to you, or what was the situation that was difficult, like these are basic interview questions. But if they're like my school, if your school is like my school, you'll be asked these questions again. And a good way to answer those questions the time you failed is like the STAR method. It's like you do the situation and you talk about it and how it happened, and you can also say what you learned from it at the end and how you're going to do different and what you've done differently since then. So it's not like, yeah, I did this and I had failed and that's it. You want to make sure that your answers like that you're giving an ending where it kind of made you better or you learned from it. Okay, so here are just some extra tips for the interview and group process. Just be knowledgeable on diversity within the student population at your school. Like here we have a lot of international students. They're from Germany, they're from Asia, they're from everywhere, they're from Africa, they're from Jamaica. In my panel interview, they asked me a question about diversity, and I saw the question online, but I was like, they're not gonna ask me that. And I got an interview and they asked me that. So just look at all the questions when you do your research. Sometimes don't answer right away. You know, these are just basic interview tips, but just listen, hear me out, guys. Sometimes don't answer exactly right away. Don't just be so quick to get your answer out as soon as the question is asked. You know, take a moment to ponder what was being asked to you. Just take a few seconds, not too long, don't take too long. So here are just some questions that they may ask you. Why do you want to be an RA? What aspects of the position are you looking for? What's your greatest weakness? What's your greatest strength? What was a time when you did not succeed? So guys, yes, that is all these tips. Basically everything that I know about being an RA. I made a whole list for you guys. You know, what's an RA, what RAs do, comes to be an RA, how to become an RA, and all of that. So I'm just happy that I was able to do this video. Thank you all for watching. If you really enjoyed this video, then please, if you really enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up, because I'm spitting straight facts, spitting knowledge out here. I need something back, okay? I need a little something in return. I need y'all to hit that thumbs up button and give your girls a thumbs up. That's what I need from y'all, okay? We gotta make this video known, okay? We gotta let everybody see it. So go ahead and click that thumbs up. Share it with your friends. Share it with anybody who's thinking about being an RA, who was an RA. You know, make sure that you can get the people who were RAs to verify what I'm talking about is good or not, you know? If you like me on personality, guys, then do not forget to subscribe. You know, let's make the family even bigger. I think I'm gonna start calling you guys my fam. So I don't know, we need a cute little name. I used to call you guys Tomsters because my name's Tommy, but I need something a little bit better than that. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.